there, it's me again. Welcome to day 2 of the Cassidy and Kids Cassidy Sew Along, sponsored by the awesome people over at Stone Mountain and Daughter Fabrics. Now today, now that we have everything cut out and ready to go, it's sewing time, and that's fun. So what I'm gonna do is, or what we're gonna do, I should say, we're doing it together, is we're gonna work on our bodice. Let's jump right in. All right, it's day 2 and I'm ready. Let's work on this bodice. This is pretty simple. Today's gonna be quick. Let's take off our pattern pieces here and we're gonna open up each of the pieces. This is the front bodice. I just love this fabric. It's just so pretty. So there's our front bodice. We're gonna place our back bodice. We're gonna open it up and place it right sides together. So right side down with our front bodice. I'm gonna grab some clips. All right, so I'm going to line up my shoulder seams, or shoulder seams on both sides and clip them. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do the next step so that I don't have to come back here. So what you'll do is you'll go to your sewing machine and you'll sew across these. Then you'll come back and you'll sew, or you'll clip together your side seams and sew them as well. I'm going to do that all in one step. Now, this next part is super simple. You can head over to your serger, or you can use your regular machine and use a zigzag, or I suppose you could use a zigzag, or a stretch stitch, a lightning stitch, and you're going to sew your shoulder seams together and your side seams. That's simple. I'll be right back in just a second. And I just want to iron my seams. Sometimes I forget to do this, but ironing your seams is a smart thing to get into the habit of. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your neckband, whether you're doing the crew neck or the scoop. That's what you're going to want to grab. All right. Let's move our mat out of the way. And we've got our neckband. What I'm going to do, turn it right side up. This is the right side up, and I'm going to fold the one short end over to the other short end, and I'm going to sew across here. Well, that was quick, right? Here we are. We've got our neckband. So we've got a tube here. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to match up the wrong sides at this seam first. And we're going to clip it right at that seam. Then we want to find the center, and we're folding it as we go. See how we're folding wrong sides together? Oopsies. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. Now, before I move on, I want to give this a little press because sometimes it just wants to do weird things. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to link in the description box and in the blog post a sewing school all about bands, so that you can see exactly how to do it. I'm not wasting a lot of time showing you because that video exists for a reason, so I'd rather use it. All right, so I'm quartering this. Here's the center back, and where I press this is, that crease is the center front, and they should match up. And then let's find the quarter points on either side, making sure that our raw edges are meeting. Now we need to quarter our neckline. Okay. Now open that up. So now we have center front, center back. Now I'm going to meet those. Do not assume that your shoulder seams are your quarter points, because they aren't. You can see it's right ahead of the shoulder point, or the shoulder seam. All right, now we are going to match up these quarter points to these quarter points. All right, so I'm going to take the raw edge of the back, which is where the seam is. I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, and I'm going to, it's going to be right sides together. I'm going to match up the back center with the with that seam. So you just want to make sure everything's all your raw edges are lining up like they're supposed to. All right, now open that up a little bit so you can see it. This is the front center, this is the front center. So we're gonna match those up. Again, they're right sides together. Now I'm gonna pick up the front and the back, and I'm gonna do this, all right? Let me get that, okay? So that helps us match up our quarter points. So you're just matching those up. This is pretty simple. I'm gonna head over, get this out. There we go. Those are my raw edges. I'm going to head over to my sewing machine and I'm going to serge all the way around this. I'll be right back. One of the things to note is that I am going to be stretching the neckline, not the band, just slightly to meet the neckline. Okay, don't overstretch it. Here we are. Now I'm going to get my iron because pressing is important. Now, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna head over to our sewing machine and we're gonna top stitch around our neckline. Now this says highly recommended. It makes it sound like it is an option, but I'm here to tell you, I don't think it's optional. You really need to top stitch around this. If you want it to look professional and clean and nice, you're gonna top stitch around that, okay? Once you've top stitched around that, you're done with day 2. And then I will see you tomorrow for day 3. Bye.